Hey there guys, welcome back to another video. Now, from the title of the video, you already know what we're going to be looking at today, but for those who just click on the video randomly, then again the thumbnail is going to say anyway, so you're going to know what it's about. This is about the Sir Nigel Gresley Collection by Hornby. It's a limited edition run of 850 pieces, and there are 4 locomotives available for it. You get the A4 Osprey, the A3 Ferdowsi, LNER P2, and LNER A1, which is called Woolwinder. Anyway, so this is the collection. I got it today in the post. I say in the post. A guy came with a truck or a van and delivered it. I've got pieces of track out already. Now I don't have any DCC chips at the minute because I don't have enough jackets for them. I don't have enough DCC jackets for them. Again, I've got them from Peter's Spares again, because they always seem to have quite a few, so I keep buying them. It's fair enough. I'm just trying to get the angle right. But anyway, we're going to have a look at them. We're going to have a look at the first one, which is Osprey. So, let me get that in view. There we go. So on the bottom it says, in a country renowned for its railway engineers, Sir Nigel Gresley is undoubtedly the foremost in the minds of many. 2016 marks the 75th anniversary of his passing, and Hornby are marking the occasion with the release of 4 limited edition locomotives. And there he is. I've got to be careful with the zoom. But yeah, my camera seems to be picking up on his face. But yeah, so if we look on the end, there we go. This is our 3438 LNER Class A4 locomotive Osprey, number 4494. That was its LNER number. They're all in LNER green, and this is the first A4 I have in LNER green with the side valance as well, and it looks very, very nice in the box. I haven't taken this one out of the box. The only one I took out of the box was this one, but we'll get onto that in a minute. That's the one I'm most anticipating. Okay, so we have now got 3 A3s, 2 of the Flying Scotsman, and this one, which is Ferdowsi. There we go. So our 3437, LNER Class A3, number 2503, and it's DCC ready as they always are. Now, judging off the little cable that's there, DCC is going to be in here, which is something I will get onto. I may have to do this in 2 separate sections, 2 separate videos, on my camera at least. So this is the A1, the first Gresley A1 actually, because the other one is by Arthur Peppercorn, which is Tornado of course, but you guys already knew that. So this is our 3439. LNER Class A1, Woolwinder, number 2554. You guys can read it a lot easier on your screen. I have a tiny screen. It's probably about that big. No, that way it's probably right that big. So that's what I've got to read off sometimes. And then the one I've been most anticipating is the P2, because, well, it just looks it looks amazing, doesn't it? Now, there is one thing that concerns me though, it's this bit here, because, yes, my fingers are awful, bad habit. There's no wire, so it concerns me a little bit, but it should be fine. So, yeah, we have on the bottom here our 3440 LNER Class P2 locomotive, Cock of the North, limited edition, and of course, because it's Cock of the North, we all know it's number 2001, regardless of the year. Okay, so, first task, to pick which one to do first. I think I already know the answer to that, so, let's get started. Okay, so, there we go, get in focus, because I'm a professional. So, we've got the sleeve, as is accustomed to most Hornby locomotives now, so I'm just going to pop that actually, you know what? I'm going to pop it there. Just going to pop it up there. And we have the ice cube, as it's known. Now this is a lot better than what I received the limited edition gloss height Flying Scotsman in, because it's the ice cube and it's very, very easy to remove. Now I have a lot of pieces of track here, and I have one from Pico somewhere. Is it this one? Yes, it is this one. So I'm going to be using this to put the, all the locomotives on first, because I'll put them back in their respective ice cubes. So I have 3 more pieces of track purely for my own display on my shelf. Yep, I'm confused. I've had an issue with my fans recently on my computer, so I'll make sure. All these locomotives are in the gloss finish, as you can kind of see there, which is awesome. So I'm just going to carefully remove the ice cube. Now I was thinking about getting a normal P2, but then I saw this. Okay, so anything else in the box? No. I'll pop that up there as well. P2, 282, DC fitted, sound and DCC ready. Yeah, never connected directly to the power supply, track maintenance, and how to remove it. So we've got a bit of parts pack here as well. So it does look like the chip is in the locomotive itself, which I'm a little bit disappointed with, because it's quite nice to have it in the tender, because then you don't have to faff around and try and squeeze it in and possibly damage the chip you buy. But yeah, we've got any instructions for that, and then we have the locomotive on top. You can see the little parts pack in there, and then there's what appears to be plastic. So there we are. Ice cube sleeve is off. I'm gonna move that to the side, but here we go. Here we are. Can you guys see that? I'm trying to hold it with one hand and work the camera with another. I'm gonna zoom in. There we go, we've got the nameplate, Cock of the North. Like that. You can already see the gloss finish. Yeah, 2001 LNER. Now, the reason I don't have autofocus on, because I tried to break into the ice cube. I've got some scissors. I had some scissors on here somewhere. I'll use this. What was I saying? I don't even know. I seem like I'm not being very careful with this, do I? But I'm being as careful as I can. But yeah, so I try to force the ice cube open. There we go. The parts pack is not attached actually. It's not actually attached to anything. Is that in focus? Of course not. But yeah, we've got 2 very long cylinder cock pipes. And a few other things which we've got the brake line. Got the brake lines in there. A few other things. Got some ladders, NEM coupling by the looks of it. Some vacuum pipes. And a few green bits, which I'll find out what all that is. But to the main event, I keep having to alter the focus, and it just falls straight off. It's kind of like paper. You can see that it's kind of like paper, but it's very shiny. Okay, so where's my track? Behind it. I'm just gonna pop that there. Ooh no. The camera's very wobbly. I'm going to move it forward a little bit just so I can get a little bit closer, and I'm going to point it directly down, zoom out. Perfect. Okay, so move that. Now I have to get my grubby fingers on it, which I don't like. Lift it out as one piece. Pop it onto the track. As best I can, and then move the ice cube. Just looking at it from the bottom, it's absolutely stunning. Take this piece of paper off the back. You can see that is absolutely glorious. I mean, look at that. From the top it looks quite odd, doesn't it? From the side, however, it looks absolutely fantastic. I'm just trying to... Oh, that's the problem with the fact that there's a foam block in there. I'm just going to try and remove that very carefully. There we go. Okay, and that gives me a little bit more information about the tender coupling. Ah, we have a screw. We have a screw coupling for the tender, so it's basically impossible to take it off without using a screw. But yeah, well, I say a screwdriver. Fortunately, I have one somewhere. Where's it gone? I was using it for something. Oh, I have another one. A very long one. Look at this. Look how long this screwdriver is. But actually, what I will do is I'll get the cradle as well. That's what this is for. You dumbass. Talking to myself, by the way, calling myself a dumbass. There's the scissors. I knew I had them somewhere. Okay, so we've got our Pico cradle, and what we're going to do is very, 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 very carefully turn it upside down. Make sure it's all supported nicely, so we can have a look at it from the bottom. And zoom in on the damn thing. So we have the 8 driving wheels, we have 2 leading wheels at the front. It's quite a strange, oops, there goes the screwdriver. It's quite strange looking at the front bogie, because it's not a normal Hornby front bogie. They usually drop down quite a bit. The rear bogie is solid, for lack of a better word. It's solid, which is also, again, quite strange. So, I'm going to undo this screw, take it away, and put it on the paper. So now, the tender is free. So, we'll have a look at the tender first then. Why not? So, we look at the tender. What have we got? It's very basic. No sprung buffers at the back. Or on the front of the locomotive, actually. That's a surprise. So, it does seem fairly basic for a tender. I'm not going to lie. We've already got a vacuum pipe on the back. The paintwork is very, very nice though. Can we get any better look at that? Ooh. Oh, I'm pushing it with my chair. I'm just trying to see the screen. But yeah, can you see that? Yeah, the line work is very, very nice on this. It continues on the back as well, which is actually quite nice, because I don't normally see line work like this on the back. All the handrails are painted, which is quite nice. We have the water valve up there, the coal, which is not removable, which is a shame. I mean, I say it's a shame. It's still very nice, but there are a few things there's always a few things we'd like a little bit more of. Put that on there, and now to the body of the locomotive itself. I'm starting off on this side because this has all the piping detail up here. I don't actually know what for, but never mind. Move the cradle out of the way so I can actually rest my hands, because I'm lazy. But yeah, we've got pipe work again. We've got a nice line work on the livery. And as we go in the cab, oh, that's a disappointment. The cab is not painted at all. Okay. It seems as though something is there, which I'm not sure about. And my camera cut out. Thank you very much, camera. But yeah, I've now pulled that forward. I'm not sure of its purpose. But my guess would be for the system that would run the the valves inside the cylinder itself. Over here we've got the extended cylinder, which is common with the P2. Again, no sprung buffers. On the front it's very simple, but also very nice. We have the chime whistle at the top. We have the double chimney, which the now P2 foundation, formerly the A1, people who made Tornado, they're going to put a Kyle Chap. Well, they have put a Kyle Chap in it to improve the exhaust, because one of the issues with the P2s was the original. Try and not scratch it. The original chimney system wasn't efficient enough to get rid of the smoke away from the locomotive. So they then went to the wedge design, which is known for the A4s. So if we just pop them there like that. Okay, P2, not gonna lie, a little bit disappointing. A little bit disappointing in terms of the quality. Just because it's well, it doesn't have. There's no painted cab, no sprung buffers. So what I think is this is kind of like the railroad model, which is a little bit annoying, really, because if it's a limited edition, you expect it to be a little bit better than the others. It's a limited edition because they seem to have put time and effort into it, but apparently not. I'm not saying it's a bad model. It's a very nice model, but there are a few things that I would like to have been better, sadly. So that's on you, Hornby. That is entirely on you. I mean, I'm still going to keep it. I'm still going to run it. Hell yeah. I got a P2. Yeah, I've been waiting for a P2 for a while. I was wondering if Batman were going to do a P2. I mean, I saw this collection and I was like, I can't pass that up. I can't pass that up. So I'm going to pop that down there. Okay, so second locomotive we're going to look at is the A1, which is Woolwinder, which again you can read a hell of a lot better. So, pull it away. What have we got in here? There's something extra in there. Can you see that up there? Okay, so we've already had a look at the Cochrane North. Now it's time to look at Woolwinder, which is the first A1. Ah, it's a set of wheels. Okay, I was getting excited then. Okay, so I'm going to pop that on there very carefully. Move that back a little bit. Yeah, there we go. A1, A3 tender. There's all that fancy stuff, how to put it in, DCC ready, assembly, all that good stuff. Okay, I'm actually waiting on DCC jackets, and then I'm going to go and get the chips as soon as the postman comes. So it's down to, I believe, Royal Mail. Focus is there. Okay, so Woolwinder. Yep, the parts pack. We got some cylinder cocks on there. Some cylinder cocks on there. We have the trailing wheel for the rear bogie. Not sure if it's a car-taxi arrangement though. Not sure of that at all. I'm assuming so. Nigel Gresley used a lot of car-taxis. Quite liked the car-taxi, didn't he? This is quite an interesting one, however, for me, because let's try and find a nice piece of track. I've cleaned all this track. I basically sanded it a little bit and then wiped off the horribleness. But yes, okay, so first time for this tender, lift it up as one, drop the block out, push that away, push my hand through and rest it very carefully, and then Ice Cube can go bye-bye. I think Ice Cube was like a DJ or a rapper or something, I think. Yes, this one is going to be a little bit harder to disconnect because it has the DCC chip, the slot in the tender. I believe that is removable coal. It looks like it can move, and it does move, so I will attempt to remove that at some point later. Okay, so first thing, does it have sprung buffers? Yes it does, front and back, already on a good. The NEM coupling on the rear is actually quite far into the locomotive. It's quite far in that way. Can I highlight that with my iPod? It's like, can we see that? Just at the back. This NEM coupling is actually quite far back in compared to a lot of others. However, I do quite like this tender. I do quite like the railing on the tender, that's quite nice. Okay, so I need another light just to shine that way. Right, I'm going to need this cradle again. I'm going to have parts and boxes everywhere for a while. I'll clean it all up later, it's fine. Oh, actually, I'll clean up the ice cubes, because ice cubes are annoying. I've put the instructions somewhere, there we go. Under the box. Pressing buttons on my computer, you can see my hand. Not what I want. So, we've got wool window on there. Now, how am I going to do this? Ooh, not by doing that. Okay, again, we're going to move in. I don't know tightening and loosening, but here we are. Okay, so move it that way. The LNER green is very, very nice. And what I will do with the A3, I will do the A4, and then I'll get the A3, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to get Flying Scotsman and compare the normal one, even though it is a little bit dirty, to the gloss finish, just to see how much of an improvement. Oh, and I need those. I need these two blocks. These two blocks support the locomotive and tender. Can pop that on there and grab that. Turn it upside down. Both are supported, and you see, you don't see. Now you see. We have a little plug. There's a box on my screen of my camera. But yeah, you see here we have the socket for the DCC, which I am a huge fan of. I'm currently uploading another video. I haven't uploaded in quite a while. Ooh, no, don't want to do that. I don't want to break the glass on the side either. Does P2 have them? It does not. It doesn't have like the little windows at the side. It doesn't have like these little plastic windows. Now, grab the tender. I know Hornby have made a tool for this. However, I have already spent a lot of money on these, and I will be spending a little bit more just to make them DCC ready. However, I will be running. I'll run the P2 on my rolling road because I do have an analog controller. Okay, so the tender is free. The locomotive is free. What is that? There's a tiny little golden thing on the inside of the tender. Okay, so take that away. Pop that over there. I'm going to look at the locomotive first because it's my first A1, so why not? Can we get? There we go. Wall window 2554. Look inside. Glorious painted cab. Brilliant. And we have the little windows as well. Do the things on the top move? They do. Do they move on the top of P2? They do not. Do they actually not move? No, they don't. That's moulded. That's been moulded on. Okay. Either that or the gloss has affected it somewhat. My apologies for that. But yeah, so what we know with the A1, it has the rounded dome, and it has the single chimney, which is actually quite nice. Yeah, can you see what I mean now? It drops down a little bit, the bogie. See what I mean? Where it didn't on the P2, it's quite enclosed, which is quite odd actually. But if we look on the front, we should have a shed code. No, we shouldn't. We should have its class, which we don't. Okay. Right, yes. Shed codes weren't used much on LNER. They were on A4s, I think. No, it was British Rail who did that. British Rail had the shed codes. Fair enough. Okay, so we got sprung buffers. Again, the livery is very nice. Comparing the length of them, you can see that the extra driving wheel is kind of like here. We've got 1, 2, 3 and 4 on the P2, and this is a standard Pacific, A1 Pacific. Yes, I will be very busy today, playing games and sorting this out. I got asked to come into work today. It's like but I have trains, so yeah, we've got the handrails along there, painted to match the livery. We've got the doors on the side as well, and the tender is a very nice piece. So yeah, we have this railing along the top. Again, we have the very nice line work on the back. Actually, very nice. I do like that quite a bit. And then on the top, of course, we've got the removable coal, which is also evident by the empty tray at the front. Now, you guys can see that little gold symbol as well. I'll tell you what it says, if I can read it. "5258" it says, which is not the number on the locomotive. So, this might not belong to this locomotive. It's been stolen. But yeah, there we go. So if we push that up, if we do it end to end on the tenders, which is like that, you can definitely see the size difference on the locomotives. There we go. You can definitely see the size difference. It's absolutely immense. It's absolutely ridiculous. But we're going to move on swiftly to A3 Fidelity. I'll do the comparison when I put chips in. I mean, the gloss finish is always going to look better, isn't it? These are getting stuck. These are getting stuck to the ice cubes. Ice, baby. No, copyright, no. But yeah, there we go. Fidelity number 2503. Which is weird. The A3 has a lower number than the A1. Then again, most of Gresley's A1s were converted to A3, like Flying Scotsman. Because the A3 was a much more efficient design, and Gresley further improved on that when he built the A4s. So again, we've got the cylinder cocks in the parts pack, and we have another wheel. I'm gonna throw that in there because that should be with the A1, and I didn't do that. Pull it off. Away comes the paper again. Got paper on the back again. And I don't have any track out because I'm, again, a professional. Lift it out. I'm not actually going to put these back in the box, mind you. I'm going to keep them out. I'm going to sort them out, and then I'm going to put them on my shelf. This ice cube is very squeaky. There we go. Okay, so again, we got the loose bogey at the front. I almost said car taxi then. I'm pretty sure the car taxi is true on this one. It runs true. I can say we have another painted cab, and yep, we got sprung buffers. Now, interestingly, none of these tenders are streamlined, even though the P2 is technically a streamlined locomotive, which is quite odd. I thought the streamlined tender would come quite nicely. But yeah, we've got kind of like the banjo dome, which is a better design for the A3. If we just compare the A1 and the A3, they are exactly the same. Literally, they are exactly the same. Single chimneys, the little gold plate on the front, except the nameplate. The tenders are different. I believe that one has removable coal as well. So those two are removable, that one is not. And the only difference the only difference, other than the overall performance of the locomotive, in terms of appearance, is the dome. Now, from the looks of it, I'm matching them up exactly. The dome has been moved back. The start of the dome. This is where the raised dome would be normally. Okay, so you can see in the raised dome. Raised dome on this one is there. However, on the back, we've got the raised dome a little bit further back on the locomotive, and then we have the banjo part as well going along there. It's quite nice, but yeah, exactly the same details as the A1. Only difference is the tender and this banjo. And I can already see my grubby finger marks on them. I'll wipe them later, it's fine. But yeah, those are 3 of the locomotives from the Sir Nigel Gresley Collection. Now, moving on to A4, number... how many do I have? I now have 8. I have 8 A4 locomotives of... I don't know how many there are. But I'm going to pack some of these away, move them out of the way, and then restart when I've got a little bit more room. And we're back. You can see that I've moved the locomotives a little bit. I've got a little bit more space. Now, there are 3 locomotives here, and I said there are 4 locomotives in the pack. The last one is going on that piece of track right there. I've staggered them, just because, why not? Looks nice. So, the last one is Osprey. LNER, Class A4. I'm just going to like sort out the ice cube. Yeah, there we go. Class A4. Seen many of these, many a time. So, I have a little story. I can put them on the thing. I can put them to the side of me now because I've got a little bit more room. Okay, so I am going to, however, pull P2 across. I'm going to pull them all across and I'll slide them all back later. I've opened Google on my computer for a little bit more light, but yeah, parts pack, the standard A4 cylinder cocks, as was also seen on the A3 as well, and we have the knuckle, like the knuckle coupling from American locomotives. They do that. They also used it quite a bit actually in the what was it, 60s. 50s and 60s after when British Rail took over. But yeah, we have the definite car taxi wheel there, which I also need to find a screwdriver for. I need to find a different screwdriver, but A4 number 8. And my boxes fell over and my guitar. That's nice. Okay, so put that out, pop that on there, and yes, the DCC chip is in the tender. Beautiful. Right, I'm going to leave that as is. We've got another painted cab. I'm not going to show you them all because they're identical really. But what I can do is well, we've got sprung buffers to start with, both ends. The tender is a streamline tender, and it's also a corridor tender. It's got a little corridor at the back, which is quite nice. Oh, it's got some paper in. To protect the gloss finish on every single piece. And can I just say, the liveries for these are absolutely phenomenal, absolutely amazing. I know I'm packing this away, but I will be getting it back out when I put the chip in, and well, just before I do all the programming on my rolling road. I haven't got another roller specifically for the P2. I'm going to leave one of the wheels free hanging, as it were, because it's already supported by 3. If it was a 9F, then I'd be like, I probably need another roller. But yeah, there we go. So this is the wedge. This is kind of like the wedge they went for after the... Well, there was, in terms of the P2, there was Cock of the North, which we have here. Okay, we have Cock of the North, and you can kind of see where they go. It's like this has a single chimney. Oh god! Right. Again, I'm messing this up completely, and my battery is not going to last. So I'm going to lower you down to the level of locos. Also going to try and fix the focus on it as well. There we go. Right, that's a lot better. I can see a lot better. You guys can see a lot better, and you know I'm crap at this. You know I'm crap at like vlog type videos, video logs, unboxings, anything with this camera. I'm just crap at. But yeah, so they tried this design. It's quite a nice design. It's quite unique as well. It's got its own unique design. Then again, well, I'd say unique design. The only thing different on the A1 and the A3 is the dome. But yeah, so they favoured this wedge because when it was going at speed, the wind would go up here and it would just take the exhaust away. So for, I think it was 2003 onwards, which was where Cock of the North, Earl Marshall, I know Mons Meg was one of the wedge designs for the P2. I'm not sure of the others, which is a shame, because I'm an idiot for not knowing that. But yeah, I'm going to put all these 4 together. I'm going to start. But yeah, so in terms of the A4, it's exactly like every other A4 I've had from Hornby. I'm not going to go too much into detail with this one. However, I am going to lower it down as far as the camera will go. I'm just going to zoom in, just so you can have a look at the livery, because the livery is absolutely amazing. I mean, I personally I'm not the biggest fan of the LNER green on an A4. I personally think like the blue is better, but I gotta say that does look absolutely amazing. Yeah, we got a little wire under here for the DCC chip. So 3 out of 4 have the DCC chip in the tender, which is awesome. But yeah, there we go. So this, I mean, I've tried to take my time with a lot of these. I mean, the A1 and the A3s you already kind of know about, just because I've done them before. Well, no, the A1 isn't much the A3 isn't too dissimilar from the A1, which we've already seen. And I've also done the A3 before. Flying Scotsman, the P2, I tried to cover as much, and you've definitely seen a lot of A4s on this channel. It's like, holy crap. But yeah, I think A4 is probably my favourite class of locomotive, just because of, it's the design as well. The design is just absolutely amazing. But yeah, so altogether, that is the Sir Nigel Gresley Collection from Hornby. It's a limited edition run of 850 pieces at a price of £549.99 Great British pounds. So because of Brexit, that'll throw off some of the currency conversions. So I don't know what it would be in your country. I hope I wasn't on that picking up a piece of foam. But yeah, there we go. I'm going to put that on my shelf somewhere with pride after I've give these a bit of a run, just to see how they fare. The A4, got no doubt that's going to run fine. It's more the P2. Well, these three I'm wondering how they're going to run. The A4, haven't got a doubt about it at all. But yeah, I'd like to thank you guys very much for watching this very long video. I will publish another video when I'm putting the chip in the P2. Well, I'll record another video when I'm putting the chip in the P2, just because of how awkward it might become I'm hoping that I could help in any way. I'll try and help in any way to find any workarounds for any difficulties that may occur, but other than that, the others are just DCC chip tenders. Perfectly fine, perfectly normal. But yeah, if you want more of these videos, if you want to see more of the limited edition collections I have, then let me know. But other than that, I will see you guys next time.